All right. I know it's just starting soon, but why not start now, right? That's what I say. All right. We're going to play some Farm Sim today. It's been a while since I played Farming Simulator, and I am behind on my season goals, but I have updates. Well, first, here's something fun. What does corn say when it gets a compliment? Aw, shucks. I know. That's a good dad joke because, I can't help myself. So, transitioning from season 5 of our farm to season 6, still have some goals, and I've played some offline, so I got updates. We transitioned to barley, away from sorghum because sorghum didn't give us straw, which we're going to want straw when we got a cow barn, which we have a cow barn now, which is exciting. We've upgraded our tractor, so that is done. So we can probably get rid of some of these goals. So let's see here. Cow barn done. Get rid of that. Upgraded the tractor to a better tractor, so we can get rid of that. We're still trying to limit our mods. I have 2 more mods now. I still have lease to own, which I like the whole idea of lease to own. So you lease an item, whatever you're putting down on that lease uh, per month per use takes away from the total cost of the vehicle or the piece of equipment, and then eventually you can pay it off and you own it. So we're going to eventually try to own all of our equipment. That's the goal. Oh, we upgraded our mower too. I forgot. We did upgrade the mower, so we can get rid of that line too. So we knocked off some of these goals, fair number of them actually. Upgrade mower done. Get rid of upgrade mower done. Okay. Pay down our loan because we still have a loan. We have a cow barn now that we will have the capacity to make slurry or manure from our cattle. So can we transition to using that as our main source of fertilizer? That'd be a good goal. Um, and then not have to invest as much into fertilizer. And then there's a new free DLC from Farm Simulator that came out about a month ago or whatever, the hay and straw DLC. I haven't looked at any of the equipment. I don't know much about it. I do know you can make hay and straw pellets, which have some advantages from what I've read. So that might be something we'll transition to. We still have our grass field. We still have our one crop field that we have barley in. We're going to try to mow the grass 5 times a year to optimize our return. So we're going to be mowing on March, May, July, September, and November. So that's kind of the updates as far as where we're at. So let's go ahead and load our dparker77 save here. So as far as limit, I did get a trailer too. So one extra mod. So limit mods. So a barn, truck, plus a trailer. And there's a reason for this. The default game does not have a way to transport your chickens. We have a chicken coop, and when we go to sell the chickens, we're getting hit with a penalty to sell the chickens because we can't transport them. Why on earth don't we have a trailer to transport chickens? So there was a DLC that has the ability to transport not only cattle, which we have cattle obviously, and also the ability to transport chickens. So we have that, which is good. So we have our lease to own. I did see this other DLC. It was a Ford F100. Hey, buddy. And, we're Ford guys here. So when I saw a 1978 F100 sitting here, yeah, we had to transition away from our little in-game Ranger to the F100. So yeah, that happened quick. This is the cow barn that we downloaded, partially because I've been wanting to get a barn for a while, and the barns that are in the default game, they're nice, but man, they are wicked expensive. This one is cheaper, so we have a cheaper barn, and then the 2 DLCs that come with the game. So precision farming and the straw harvesting pack, which we have not played with. Precision farming we have been playing in all the episodes. So if you've been watching, it's there. So we definitely got to do some work on the farm today. And at least in theory, this feller's got a little bit of time to do some farming today. So this should be fun. Fun for me, at least. Maybe fun for the fellers watching. And fellettes. Can't discount the fellettes. Let's load. Oh, I wasn't clicked on Farming Sim. That's the one thing that's interesting about loading in your game in Farming Simulator. If you're on a different screen and you're not on Farming Simulator, it actually won't be loading. So there's times I'm looking at the Farm Sim screen, I'm like, why is it not loaded yet? Well, it's because I was on the other screen. All right, where are we at here? I don't remember if I've rolled this field. I don't think I rolled. Yeah, my yield potential here on my grass fields is 125%. We're in June. We're planning on mowing in July. I got to roll these fields. We're also in the process of harvesting our barley, which is awesome. So let's show you the updates. I'll just pop around here, just because it's easier to get around. So we moved our chicken's over. So we slided the chicken barn over here, or the chicken coop over here. So there's where our chicken coop is at now. We still have our farmer's shack, which I had up on the hill over that way. I now have it sitting over here so that it was more in line with where our other buildings are at. Plus, it's not off on the side and in the way and hard to mow around. So that's there. This is the new DLC cow barn. Let's go ahead and take a peek. This is slick. I ain't kidding you. Let's click on. Okay, open the gate. So here's our cows. So we got some Angus beef cattle. Hey, pup, how you doing? And the black and white milking cows. This barn is cool. This is where you drop off their feed, right in here. We have to put some bedding in their stalls. Right now I don't have any straw in there. In order for cows to make manure, at least in this game, they need straw in their bedding. So we got to get after that. But this barn is nice. They got all these stalls for cattle. It can hold up to 100 cattle, which is sweet. And then in the morning, this is cool. Right in here, our cows walk in and get hooked up to the milking devices. So here they are making their milk, and they do this every morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. So I saw one feedback on this particular barn as far as a feedback was that it doesn't look like the cows animation ever go into the milking rooms, but they do, but they only do it in the morning, just like you would expect in on your real farm. How do you close the gate? That's a good question. Switch to hand tool, dialogue, trying to get to the gate. There we go, close gate. All right, gate is closed. Of course, now I went out. There we go. So if you go over to this side of the barn, pretty interesting. Here is where our milk is contained, and I think this here is the pickup point for your milk. So you come by, pick up your milk. You can go in this door here, and you can see the other side of our cows getting milk. You can walk down here, and I guess presumably to hook your cows up to their milkers as they came in to get their morning milk given, which is really kind of cool from the role-playing cow farmer that we are, right? And then here, there is capacity to store small hay bales up there, small square hay bales. Now, downside is that our equipment currently we're set up for large circular bales, so we wouldn't have any capacity to store anything. But the top of this barn, if we can get into the barn here, open this door, I believe. Yep, we have some stairs going up. How do I get in this door? Ah, there we go. And then this would be storage for our small hay bales, and it looks like a fair capacity. I honestly don't know how many bales it would hold, but if you were looking to store bales and they have to be the small square bales, you would have the capacity to do it in this barn. So that's cool. I don't. So we also had to buy a dolly. So the dolly hooks into the trailer, then the dolly can hook to your tractor. Um, and then, yeah, hey, there's a deer. Hey, deer. How you doing, deer? All right. And then on this side, this is the slurry pit that connects or collects all the liquid poop. All right. That's fun. And then there's a hookup spot here that you can hook up and collect the slurry. We also planted some trees, partially because when I put this barn here, it had some weird animation here. Kind of dug out some holes in the ground, so I just covered it up with trees. Probably would put some here, but that's the slurry connector. I'm not sure how we can smooth that out. We could probably landscape that later. Anyway, here's our egg pickup for the chickens. We've seen that before. As far as equipment, just as a refresher, we have the New Holland skid steer here that we only have forks on right now, but we could probably get a scoop if we wanted to collect manure easily. That's our upgraded tractor, which we had, the 8R John Deere, sweet. And then this is cool as heck, the 19, I believe it's a 78 Ford F100. They have Lizard 100, probably with some copyright. But we got big old mudding tires, the ability to put some storage back here. This can be modified. You can put a cattle transporter on the back of this. There's lots of other options for this particular truck, which is cool as heck. Let's see, what other cool updates do we have since last season? I don't think there's much. We're halfway through this year. We're in June. If we look at our finances and where we're sitting, um, we have 25K cash to our name, partially because last month that I did offline is when I went nuts. I bought the barn, I did some upgrades. We still have a loan of 450K we have to pay down. So we're okay. We have sources of income, but we got stuff to do. Chickens, we have what do we have right now? 320 chickens. These are 8 months old. I think the optimum time to sell these, we could probably keep them a little bit longer. So like right as these are getting to puberty, then we'll sell 120 chickens. They're young. I bought them the cheapest one because the young ones are cheap, and then they'll grow, reproduce, and then fill out our barn, and then we can sell off our beef cattle as excess. And then whether or not we transition to all milk cattle or still do a half and half, have not decided on that yet. You know, we got things to figure out. You know, and then if we look down at our leased equipment, there's all of our list of equipment that we currently own, some of which we have on lease. So if you pop into the store, I think is where I can see my leases. Yep. So I do have a lot of leases left out. So we got our large tractor on lease, the harvester's on lease, the mower, the upgraded mower's on lease, the skid steer. I don't think we have much left on that. 29K left on the skid steer. The truck I had to buy on lease. Unfortunately, we did upgrade our trailer to an increased capacity too. That's on lease. So I mean, we have a lot of our rollers on lease too. I forgot about that. So we have a lot of leased equipment that we're going to need to also pay down. So we at some point have to start getting a steady source of income to start making some purchases. The other reason I put the barn and chicken coop where I was at. Let me show you the map here. If you go into your map, okay, so we own field 4 right here, which field 4 also includes these 2 fields here that we have grass planted in. If we turn grass on, so the green field here. I put the cow, chicken, and our house here. If you go in and look at the type of soil that we have, most of the soil on these plots on lot 4 here are loam, which have higher returns. Sandy loam, which is this light green, actually gives you less of a yield compared to loam. So if you were looking to buy a new field, I'd look at the types of soil that are taken or type of soil that exists in that area and try to focus on getting fields that have more loam than loamy sand, sandy loam, or silty clay, because your return is not as good. Um, if you pop in here, you can see we're getting well, once we roll at 125% yield potential. If we go over to our barley field here, we're at 125%, 125%. This is all loam field, but we have a little pack here. This is now sandy loam. So our yield potential is 100%. So, which is great, but 125 is clearly better than 100. So, maximize what you're getting, is what I'm saying. So that's the reason I put the buildings here, because this field is mostly sandy loam. We have a lot of loam out here, so we still have grass in the loam. We have grass in the loam here. And if I put more buildings in, like a barn or a place to store some vehicles, I might put it on this little patch of sandy loam that we have over here on field 4. All right, so let's hop into our harvester, fire up the engine here, and get back into harvesting this field. And my plan here is I have to roll my grass, we have to harvest, is eventually get a worker to come in here and help with the harvesting so we can kind of maximize our time. I had tried to minimize the amount of workers, partially because we're running low on cash. And I just like doing this work myself, honestly. This is some of the fun stuff. All right, so we're almost full here with our first load of barley. But I was going to outline the field first, then get the worker in here. All right. We don't have a huge capacity on this harvester. All right, let's get that out. Let's go grab. You know what? I was going to grab the tractor. Can my truck pull this trailer? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's fire up the Ford. Oh, I thought it did start it. All right, let's get her going. All right, let's grab the Ford and go over and see. I don't remember what type of connector the upgraded trailer we have has. And I have that over here on implement row, which I'm still setting most of our implements out on the neighbor's plot of land so that I'm not using it on my own land. Feel a little bad about that, not really, but all right, there's the new trailer, which has an increased capacity. Oh, good. I can pick it up. Interesting. Now, whether or not this pickup, I think, has like 400 horsepower, if I remember correct. Pull. It doesn't say on this screen how much it needs. Well, we're going to try it with the pickup truck, just because I'm curious, because that way then I can pop in the tractor and then roll the other field while I have the farmer or the worker harvest. truck here. Here. Let's turn the truck off for now. Hop out of the truck. Let the grain get into our bin. There we go. I think I dropped my mic off for some reason. That's weird. All right, so that should be, let's see, how much capacity? That's only 29% capacity, so we can probably get 3.5 loads from our harvester into the new upgraded trailer. So I think that was worth the upgrade, I think. All right, let's hop back in the harvester. Put our boom down and lower it. Get back into harvesting here. And we're dropping a straw swath, obviously. The straw we can pick up and bale with the intent of putting that straw in the bedding for the cows. At least that's the plan. Gotta have plans. Now the roller you use for grass is not the same roller you use for your field crops, which is interesting. Yeah, if the truck has trouble pulling the heavy trailer, I don't know if the pickup could pull the grass roller. Could I roll the grass with the pickup truck? That could be interesting. I honestly don't know the answer to that. Alright, so I have the field kind of squared off here. So I'm going to try to hire a worker to help harvest while I can go do some other tasks on the farm here and multitask a little bit, right? Alright, let's hire a worker. Okay, and I should be able to tab out. Okay, so the worker is in there harvesting. What kind of worker did we get? Get up here and look. Huh. Got a young lady with purple hair and a white feet. All right, good for her. And let's go to our tractor. Fire that up. And we'll head out here. Oh, I better move that truck out of the way. Well, I don't think she'll harvest in circles. I think the pickup sitting right there should be fine for now. Let's go over here and grab our grass roller, because I forgot to roll last month, and get our grass rolled. Oops. Yes, I know. We're not on our lands yet. So when you're transporting, actually, well, this, if I roll right now, I think this delays growth by a month, since I didn't roll it at the end of last month. I don't think I want to roll right now. I'll just, yep, I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to end up delaying the growth of my grass for another month. Even though it increases the yield by 2%, I don't think it's worth it. So we're not going to roll the grass right now. After harvest in July, we'll roll the grass after we lay down more fertilizer and what have you. Let's go ahead and roll this patch just to remind myself what happens if you forget to roll, because then I don't think I'll be able to harvest the grass next month if I had rolled the whole field. All right, let's park this and implement row. Then what we could do is, while our worker is harvesting, oh, then there, she's full. Let's go over and grab the pickup and get that load of grain. And then we can get the worker back to working. But one thing we could do to just optimize time too is, since she's laying straw spot, behind her. Guess I had that muted as I was talking. Anyway, we're not rolling grass because grass does slow your grass's growth for a while. So we're going to hold on rolling until after harvest in July. I forgot to roll the grass after I harvested in May, and we're in June, so I don't want to throw off my harvest schedule. So we'll just have 2 less percent yield from our grass harvest next month because I just forgot to roll. My bad. But we'll let the worker continue to harvest up the barley. Park the pickup here. Pop out of this, and I'm going to pick up the tractor and the baler, and we'll start baling this straw up while she is harvesting for us. It's interesting, once you have, if you leave your baler with a little bit extra grass or whatever in it, it will convert it to whatever you end up having the majority of when you start picking up other material, which is cool. Turn the baler on. Let's lower the pickup. We'll leave the same size. There we go. All right. See how it took that little bit of extra grass we had, and it just, now that whole bale is straw, even though I had 70% filled with grass. Oh, and let's turn off. Let's see, how do you turn on automatic drop? Let's see. All right. Turn that off, and then we'll keep baling away. Oop, forgot to put the pickup on. Helps to have your pickup down if you're going to pick up straw, right? All right, let's keep picking up the straw, and we'll keep our eyes peeled out into the horizon there and watch on our worker. oops, to make sure that she's not getting too full. It looks like it's about a swipe and a half to get 10,000 liters to fill up our harvester. So probably halfway through this row, she's going to be full. So we'll pop out of the tractor and into the pickup and go pick up that grain. In fact, probably an easy way. I think you get a notice when your worker is almost filled. I probably just missed seeing that on the screen last time. Okay, this bale is coming out. I could probably windrow this into 2 different piles, but if you center swath the straw, it's about the length of this baler, so I don't take the extra step to windrow at all. Alright, the worker looks like she is full. Worker has nearly has a full grain tank. So yeah, there is the warning. Alright, so let's turn off the tractor and we'll just run over here to the pickup. Probably could have just tabbed, but I just felt like running. Oh, she's full. Or is she turning? That is a cool pickup. I like it. Alright, the pickup, 20,000 liters of straw, still able to pull. We're doing okay. It's okay, maybe having a little bit of trouble. So as I get full, that the truck may have trouble pulling this, but the big tractor would have no trouble, but I just wanted to try something different here. Alright, let's see if we can pull alongside her and let her actively... Oh, she is full. Okay. Let's get that lined up. Looks like we're spilling, but we're not. There we go. Fill up our trailer here. This will be 30,000. That's 88%, so yeah, another 10,000 liters we're not going to be able to get in. So what we'll do is, let's take this over and put a full load of grain into the chicken coop, because the chickens will eat any kind of grain, barley, sorghum, wheat. I only had a little bit of grain in the chicken coop right now. The truck's able to pull this. I mean, it's slow, but it's pulling. So this is good. Let's see, where do I have the tip? I have it set to the back tip. So let's pull up to the chicken coop. I should get an option as I get close to the right tip. Yep, there it is. Let's load the barley in. All right, so now we'll have more than 10,000 liter capacity in our trailer right now. So we should be able to go back over to the, when she's got another full load, put a full load in here. Our chickens are full. Then we can put the rest into the grain bin across the street there by the railroad. That's where we've been storing my extra grain, is in the railroad, so that way I don't have to pay for a silo right now. All right, let's park, pick up here. Why is she going backwards? I don't know. Sometimes the workers just do weird things. I'll let her do her job. we can always double back and fix anything that the worker missed. All right, let's pick up. Oops. Do I not have my baler turned on? Apparently didn't. And we'll pick up the straw. Back up a little bit. Let it drop. That was a weird path she took there. I don't know what she was doing. She did a whole backup row, and then it's doing half of a row there. Who knows? The workers, they do weird things. At least I think they do. I've thought about, there's an add-on that some of the farmer community people seem to recommend. It's called Courseplay, I believe. It apparently improves how the workers work and improves their actions on fields like this, but I haven't looked at it yet. Again, I'm trying to keep this as close to base game in a playthrough as I can. At least that's my plan. Alright, get some straw filled up here. I haven't seen the notice that she is at 80%. Yeah, look at that. She's what kind of row are you taking there? Oh, whatever row you're taking, you do you, I guess. You missed a whole swath there. Which I have found that the times that I do use workers, they always end up harvesting in weird angles or weird rows like that, and whatever. I'll just go back and fix what you missed. It still saves us time in the fact that we have a worker doing that, and then we're able to come out here and bale the straw, so I don't hate it. Alright, straw. I think I had read that the straw pelleting, so if you convert the straw to pellets, you have to use molasses, I think, to turn into pellets. You get more bang for your buck, and this is for straw and hay. With 17K cash right now, we're not really looking to invest. Oh, worker 8's already got a full one. I must have missed the message that she was almost full. All right, let's turn this off. Tab into the truck. Turn the truck on. And we'll head over and get another load of grain, which we'll have to take over and dump into the grain bin. Red and green, it's my Christmas equipment. My John Deere tractor, harvester, and my Ford red pickup. All right, almost a full grain bin filled, or grain trailer filled. All right, let's this over here. One advantage to the field we purchased here, remember from the previous episodes, is that we're right by the railroad station grain bin. So we can fly over here and drop off our grain. Crop destruction is clearly off because I'm running through the neighbor's field and not destroying their field. Alright. The pickup or the drop off is on the back, so we'll swing out here a little bit. Pick up the line trailer up. There we go. And then we'll unload barley. Is that going to hit the top? It'll be close, right? I guess it does hit the top. The animation just shows it's going right through the top of the roof. That's fine. That's factory. All right. Return our grain bin. Hey, there's another deer. See you, deer, and some crows. Head down the road here. And we'll head into our farm. Might as well. She's probably going to be pretty close to another full load. Let's head over and unload some more grain. Gotta try to match the speed here. Park this out of the way temporarily. Get a little bit of grain in there. Turn that off. We'll hop out and up and into our tractor. Turn that on. Trailer is on. We'll get back into picking up the straw. Yeah, why did she back out over that whole row of barley? It's weird. Come on, worker. Alright. This picked up. We'll have a good amount of straw from this field. It should be enough, I think. New things to figure out. Back it up. Back her up. Let's see. So I did a full row. She's probably going to be full, I think. So one more bale. Drop it, and then I'm gonna pop in the pickup, and let's go pick up more grain. Huh, timed that almost perfect. There was the message about an almost full grain tank. Yeah, I know, you're blocked by the object that is me. I just want to unload your grain. Let's get this grain unloaded. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't rolled my eyes at anything. Alright. Oh shoot, we're hooked on the harvester. Dang it. Stupid worker. Thought you were just close to my truck. No, you're actually hitting my truck. Let's get this back and out of the way. Alright. Alright, let's fire this back up. And I'm going to rehire the worker to finish it off. Alright. I think my truck, was my truck out of the way? Probably not. She'll probably hit it again. Let's move the pickup. The worker actually doesn't have a name. The worker is just worker. I guess I could name the worker anything. Let's see what the worker is. It is a dude right now. I'll call him Morgan Freeman Jr., who is helping us. I know, you were blocked by an object. The object was your farmer that you're working for. Thank you for not running him over. What path is he taking now? Oh my gosh. He's doing like some angle thing. That's, I'm sorry. Morgan Freeman Jr., I'm gonna, you're fired. I'm sorry. I'm the straws all at an angle. Oh my goodness. There's only a few rows left. Let's finish this harvesting ourselves. This is ridiculous. Alright. Please get the rows straight. Ish. Look at all that straw all over the place. My goodness. Alright, let's do that. See what the in-cab view looks like. kind of fun. You can see the grain coming in, which is neat. I don't hate this view when you're harvesting. It's kind of fun. Our yields have been good, looks like. If you look at the mini map in the bottom left, the solid green is 125% yield. So essentially everywhere we've been, we're hitting 125%, except for the area that has that sandy loam, because most of this field's loam. So our yield return is really good. So we'll get this field done. Once the field is done, then we'll have to go through the process of prepping the field for the next planting. So we'll have to remember all the steps we have to take to do that. Let's turn this up. Where's the row that first lady missed? We'll call the first lady Kelly because, you know, she did a good job. She just missed a few spots. That's fine. At least she didn't drive the truck into the ditch. You know, not saying that anyone named Kelly would drive a big implement into a ditch, but maybe that happened. Waiting for the witty reply, but that's fine. We'll see what she says. There's the witty. I never drove it into the ditch. Well, agree to disagree. Just didn't swing out wide enough, you know. It's fine. It's fine. Big equipment, you got to swing it a little wider, you know. I think after harvest is also when we'll get the new precision farming score too. Yep. So that should be better. Let's see. Oh, we missed a little bit of straw there. A little bit of barley that we missed. That up. Is there a farmer's wife making a pie? Yep, there is a farmer's wife making a pie. She's over in the trailer house over there. She's barefoot, making pie and feeding the youngins. If you're wondering who I'm talking to, I'm getting texting from one of the viewers, which is fine. Missed a little bit right here. How do you miss like just one little bit? Let's pick that up. And I think there is one little bit here that we missed. Turn on the harvester. Catch up the last bit. We'll have to upgrade the house at some point, but I mean, at least we got a place we can put the farmer to sleep when we're done at the end of the day. Alright, I think this is all the barley. Let's go ahead and put that up a little bit. We'll go drop that off into the grain bin. Grain trailer. And we'll go through the process of picking up the rest of that straw. Long time listener, first time caller. Do your vehicles ever shit out on you from overuse? And what's your favorite color? Yes, vehicles actually do have wear and tear. And you can see, like, if you look at the bottom right corner here, there is uh, the speed indicator, and then above that there's a little wrench and the orange icon. That's how well repaired your equipment is, and then your gas. So if your equipment gets down pretty low, it does not. Oh, I ran right over a bale. That was stupid. It does not function well. And if you run out of gas, well, I've never had that problem, interestingly. But if you run out of gasoline, your harvester will, obviously not work. We're going to park the harvester. Let's park the harvester here. Kind of line it up here on implement row. Turn her off. And we'll pop into our straw. Is Isaac done with his breakfast yet? Turn on the baler. Which I don't think I can have a worker bale at all, unfortunately. Does Isaac want to go for a drive yet? That'd be, got a son learning to drive, Oops, I did not line that up properly. Well, hell. Heck. I don't mind missing it, like a little bit of the straw, but a big line like that just bugs me. Gotta go back and get it. All right. Let's get this whole straight line here. Then we'll just have rows up and down, minus where the farmer helper there put us at angle rows. That's weird. This little row. Drop off a bale. There we go. And we'll keep on baling. Then I have to figure out the answer of how I can get the straw into my cow's bedding. I think you just take the bale directly into the bedding area and it spreads it. I think that's how you do it. But I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking about it too. I wanted to start looking through some of the equipment from that straw pack. I just got hit with a pretty good lease cost. It's probably not great. It's fine. Be fine. Everyone's fine. Oh, this is the that's March 2nd too. And I got to do the end of the month finances for February. I almost forgot about that. Always things to do. And by the end of my finances, I don't mean in farm sim. I mean real life. That happens too, you know. Grabbing up the straw. That's what we're doing. I hear somebody. Hey, what's up, bud? Did you want to go for a drive? You sure? You want to go now? When would you like to go? 20 minutes? Okay. Hey, did you look up, nothing, buddy. Yeah. Okay.
Turn on these arguments.
Sure.
This one.
That one, I don't know how to turn it on. I don't think it works, buddy. That doesn't work, buddy. No, I'm telling you, it's plugged in, but it needs a different kind of source to do that than where I have it powered. All right. Do you see we're harvesting straw here? We're harvesting straw, buddy. Isaac, do you want to show your face? Your mom wants to see you on the stream.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you hear the puppy barking? He's upset about something. That's fine. We're getting a decent amount of straw out of the field, too. I like the circle baler. Partially because, well, one, this particular baler, if you want to wrap grass to make silage, it does it. And our pickup, we have the pickup that does circle bales. So we can automatically pick these up without having to have a mod for auto pickup. It's one of the default equipments in the game, which I prefer. It's me. Picking the straw. Yeah, so if you hit H to hire worker, it does not do that for bales. That's what I thought. Workers can't bale. I do like this better tractor. I have no trouble going up hills now with pulling the baler at all. It is a really good tracking. Let's try not to run into bales. Don't need to. Let's just swing out a little wider. There we go. Line that up. And I have to try to remember. I have it written down, I believe. Our plans for how you prep your next field. I wrote that down in my book. Yep. For max yield. And I max yield mulch. Not for direct drill, so we don't have to worry about it for direct drill. Interesting. Lime, and then a first coat of fertilizer, and then plow or direct drill, seed, roll, second fertilizer, and herbicide. So I don't have to worry about mulching when not for direct drill. Okay. Add that in my notes. And I have notes. More rows of straw to pick up, and then we can figure out how to transport some straw into our field or into our cow barn. Leave that little bit of straw over here to the left for a bit. If we have like a partially filled bale, we'll come back and try to see if we can. That's probably not much. Those little patches there. Go. Line her up. Knock her down. Do like the cruise controls. Once you get a line straight up, you get your fingers free for a second, at least. I'm still planning on playing more video games this year. I have a bunch in my Steam library that I've yet to play, including an add-on to FarmSim. It's on my list of things I'd like to try. The Platinum expansion or what have you that added a lot of woodworking and lumberjack tools. That'd probably be a whole new playthrough, honestly. And we'd probably do it the same way. Start at $0 and slowly work our way up, like we did with this. We also have seasons turned on. I don't remember when we plant barley. Obviously, we're harvesting here in June. Let's get this line stretched out here and check that. If you go to your calendar, go down to barley. So harvest season is June to July. Planting season is September, October. So we'll have a couple of months to start prepping the field. I missed some of this straw. That's not ahead of straight line. And obviously we have extra grain. Our chickens are going to eat up some of that. We'll have some extra grain that we can sell, potentially. Because we're going to need some money. Let's see, get this line straight-ish. Check the sale time on barley. Selling at 319 right now. Max sale time is 383 in February, so we're going to hold off on selling as long as we can. The other thing we can look into, we have somewhat of a production for our grain in the fact that we're turning some of that barley and feeding it to the chicken, make us eggs, so that's somewhat of a production line. I might want to look at the bakery at some point. So I think we can turn barley into bread. So I think that's an input for the bread maker, right? If we buy the bakery, we get into the bread business. Let's see, barley. Show current prices at the mill, so we can make flour. And then the flour we could then sell to a bakery to make bread. So that might be something to add to our wish list, since we have a pretty good field of grain, is to look at eventually getting into the flour making business at the mill. I wonder how much the mill costs. That would be a good production. I'll have to go visit the mill and just see how much it would cost. If we were able to get flour, I mean, we can get pretty far down in the production line at some point. Just the goal we had with our first farm was try made sugar and then tried to get into making cakes. Never got to it. We can always look at the dairy production lines too, as far as like making milk into butter. Another neat one. All right, 2 more rows of straw, it looks like. ride in the tractor for a bit. Wait for that to open up, close, and then it's ready to pick up again. Kind of a cool view to see inside your tractor too. I tried using a steering wheel. Can't find a good spot on my desk to use a steering wheel. I did enjoy it. Third person view again. Pick up the bale. That's, I think, one comment I'd heard from other people in regards to square versus circle balers. The circle balers, there's that pause as it pushes the bale out. The square balers, or at least there are some of the square balers that are continuous, so you don't have to do that few second pause that we were just doing there to allow the bale to get ejected before it could start picking up more straw or grass or hay or whatever and turn it into another bale. I don't think it's a big deal. You just pause for a second, back up a shade. Once you get the hang of it, it's simple. But there would be the advantage of the square baler. You just set it and drive, and everything you pick up gets picked up. Whereas now we're full, slow down, wait for it to eject. As soon as it closes, then you're able to pick up straw again. So it's a few seconds, which I don't think is awful, but it is what it is. Hey, buddy. Did you see a baler? Thank you. Love you, buddy. All right. Welcome to the stream, Isaac. What'd you say, son? Hey, bud. All right, so we're not gonna have another full bale sitting on the field. There's those little scraps of hay or straw that's left, which is fine. That little bit of straw I have sitting in the baler, I'll just keep it. And the next time I pick up grass or hay, it will, you'll get that 26% or 29% or whatever we have. So we're not losing anything. We'll park it here. Okay. That's done. Now let's pick up a bale. I don't think I have my forks sitting around here anywhere. I don't know where I put my forks, but I might need my forklift to pick up a bale to push into the cow barn. Not sure. My skid steer with weight sometimes has issues. if this will work or not. We'll see. Alright, let's just pick these bales up. Let's see, this is my bale picker-upper trailer. And I do like it because it picks the bale up and auto-loads them for you. Sweet. And this isn't a mod or an add-on. This is a default piece of equipment in the game. That bale, it's fine. Picking up bales, that's what we do. We got 16, 17 bales picked up. We'll have a good amount of straw off this field, which is a component of TMR. That's the other somewhat production line, I guess, we've invested in. We have a TMR mixer, which is a mix of hay. You can use straw as a filler, and silage to make total mix rations for your cattle. And then I've been selling the extra TMR because I had excessive amount for my cattle, so I just sell off the extra. All right, this will be a full load here. Let's take this over to where I've been storing bales, which is in another person's field by the animal vendor, which is where I've been selling excess TMR. So I just keep it close over there just because it's less transport when I actually want to sell. I have a little bit of hay, I have a little extra silage. There's our mixer and one bale of hay left. Just unload this here. Just kind of slowly move forward as it unloads. There you go. Then it kind of lays them out in a nice line. There's our first load of straw bales. Perfect. So you have to think how to transport a bale over to the cows. I don't know if this large trailer will fit into the barn area where I have to load it. I don't think it will. I'll probably drop these bales by the barn and have the skid steer pick one or two of them up and use the skid steer to transport them into the barn. That should work, I think. It's all thinking, right? Let's do that. That's drop these bales off on this patch of cement here. You know, but just out of curiosity, because the description said this barn wouldn't store round bales or big round bales. I'm just going to dump it into that spot and see if it's an option. Or if it gives me the option that it will remove those. Yep, it does not load them. That's fine. I was just curious if that bar would accept big ones. The county didn't need that sign anyway. Alright, let's close this up. Park it in our implement row. Park. And put that off. There we go. I'll just go park the tractor. I'm parking the tractor over by the chicken coop. I have a little bit of cement in front of the chicken coop there, so it's a place I've been starting to park things. I can probably move some of my implements over here. Not a lot, but some of them at least. Alright, leave the tractor here. Let's grab the skid steer. I think the skid steer can handle one of these large bales, so I hope it can. It is not a hefty piece of equipment. It's maneuverable and tiny though. That's the advantage, right? Alright, let's just jam into a bale here. Jam into a bale. Alright, so one bale, it can manage it, kind of. You can see it's starting to get a little tippy. Okay, just maneuvering around the farm. We don't have to go super fast. I think we're going to take it in this gate here. Let's get the gate open. Here, open the gate. Excuse me there, Bessie. Coming through! Got a bale! Coming through, cow! Can you? Okay, okay, just sit right there. That's great. That's great. That's where you want to sit. Alright, let's see if I drop this off here. Oh, well, can I drop the bale? Pivot? Is that... Yep, there it goes. That filled up the bedding there. And did that give us enough bedding? How many of those bales can I put in there? Boy, I'm just running right over my cows. I feel bad about that. Alright, so if I go to my animal menu, All right, so it took 7,600 liters of the straw. I already have 2,400 liters of slurry produced. That's great. So they're already pooping. Good job, cows. So I can probably put 2 or 3 more of these large bales in there to give the cows some bedding. All right, let's give the cows some beds. Not like a good straw bed, I guess. Pick them up a little lower than I did last time. That'll help in the weight distribution here. All right. Cows, coming through, cows. Make way. Out of the way. All right, I'm gonna try not to hit the cows, even though it obviously doesn't make a difference. Let's drop the straw off on their bedding. Pack it off. And you can see now the bedding spreads and they have more bedding. Okay. All right, cows, you know, yeah, you're in the way. Okay, honk. Can I honk? Oh my goodness, cows. Get out of the way. All right, let's go grab some more straw. How much straw do we have in here right now? Cows. So they're probably not going to take a full bale, but I can dump the bale there. Come on, bale. You're doing okay, skid steer. So I've been using the skid steer to move basically just pallets around right now because I don't want to use super strength. I think that's silly. Now, if you are full, then probably as I use it up, it'll eat up the rest of that bale. Actually, I think about it, I could just throw the others in there, right? And then as they use up the bales, it should just auto keep it filled. How many bales do I have left? 4? Now let's just do that. Let's transport them all in there. Well, this is working like I intended, at least. That's good. Oops, lost the bale. And knowing the future, I'm just going to unload the bales right by the gate, so we'll have a lot less further to go. Stick a bale right there. Sure. And the other thing that's nice about the this barn, it has its own water source. It presumably has a well of water, so you don't have to provide your cattle with water. Whereas the small pasture that we had before, well, one, it only had capacity for 10 or 15 cows, as I recall. And you had to provide them with water as well as food. The cows in the pasture would not provide you with manure, even if you had put a manure catcher beside it. Not sure why. Maybe because they didn't have bedding. Oops. Alright, let's drop that one off. Oops. Okay, cow. You know, you're making this difficult now. I'll drive right through some cows. Alright. Grab the last 2 bales we got. Hey Isaac, when's your practice, son? Okay. I'll drive over all my cows, I guess. What's that? Straw or cows? Oh, yeah. I agree. Alright. Let's knock this last bale off. Excuse me, cows. Coming through. That ought to keep them in bedding for a while. Park the skid steer. Gotta even that ground out. It's gonna bug me. Alright. I'm parking the skid steer just by the chicken coop. Because I end up picking up the eggs a lot anyway, so right there when I want it. Alright, that's done. Hey, there's a deer in the field. Get away from my grain. Let's go drop off the rest of this grain to the silo. I'm glad the pickup's able to pull this trailer. I wasn't sure if it'd handle it or not. It's slow, but it can pull it. And then we can work on prepping the field for next planting season. Unload the barley. Still using the railroad company's grain bins to hold my crop. There we go. Park this in implement row. Let's see where I'm going to park it by. Park it by the harvester. we go. Let's go park the truck and think on what we got to do yet. Hang on there, pickup. Why was a chicken suddenly running out of the coop there? I don't know if you saw that. That was weird. Alright. Truck is parked. Hop out the truck. There's the truck and the tractor together. Looking good. Alright. So next steps, we got to prep this field for planting, which we can plant. Again, I think barley is in September, if I remember right. Barley harvest in June and July. And plant is September and October. So we have a couple of months to prep. And going back to my list of prepping my field. Got a mulch, nope. We got a lime and first fertilizer. And then we can direct drill. So we can just lime the field, which I could have a worker do that, I suppose. First fertilize. And then plow and direct drill. Okay. The pH is good, but not perfect. So let's grab the tractor. My goodness. Wow. Okay. I think I already have some lime in my spreader. I think. Nope, I don't. Might not be a terrible thing to get the extenders on this spreader so that I can let's see, where is this? My lime? I can't remember what I have stored here. This lime, pallet, lime. Yep. Okay. Couldn't remember where I'd stored it. Kids need $16 for bowling. Okay. Well, I will make sure they get their $16. Alright, so I don't have quite a full load of lime. That's fine. Let's have to get started. I don't remember. Do I own this spreader or is it... I do own it. So I might consider getting the increased capacity and the increased range on this sucker. Increasing pH for loam. Let's turn it on. Did I just miss? Probably wasting some lime, but that's fine. What's the width on this thing? I don't remember. We're at 727 on the mini map, 180 degrees. Is it 16 wide? We're in there. Because you can try to calculate out where your next swath would be, or next row should be, based on the width of this sucker. Alright, so from at 727, just kind of remember back at 60 degrees or 0, 740. That's not right. It's probably like 738. It's 10 wide, maybe? So if we do 10 wide, so 737, 27, so yeah, it's every 10. Keep laying down the line. There we go. And what I was talking about is the coordinates on my mini map on the bottom left. So in this situation, I'm going 0 degrees at 737. On the next row, it'll be, what, 180 degrees in the opposite direction, and add 10, so 747. And that should be maximum row without a lot of overlap or missing anything. There we go. $747 should be the goal for the next row at 180 degrees. There we go. Little taps to line it up properly, and then it should be good. Probably a little bit of overlap on the line, but not too much. I didn't check my score. Did my score improve after that last harvest? 87. Still low on the pH value. Maybe it's because my pH wasn't right on the grass part of the field. I'm not sure. It's 757 in my head is the next number. But that might be wrong. 760 seems to be about right. I'll go for 760 at 0. Or 758, that's fine. The next one will be 768. So that's the plan. There we go. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
How was the workout, bud? Good. Getting good lime down. Then after liming the field, we could do our first fertilizer. Yep, could get the first fertilization done. Is there anything else we have to do? Direct drill planting, seed roll, second fertilizer, and herbicide. No, we're okay. There we go. It is cool when you see the field all covered in lime and it's just all nice and white and the rows are nice and straight. Something inherently satisfying about this, and I don't know what it is, but I like it. Oh, we gotta figure out, like, do we go for a manure spreader or a slurry spreader? As far as adding nitrogen to our fields, especially if we're able to get enough production of that out of our cattle that we can not have to buy solid fertilizer anymore and use this as our fertilizer spreader. That would be interesting. I have to think on that. All right, got this field almost limed completely. Hey,
That's $16.
yeah. Can I have $100?
Sure. The snack stash?
Huh?
Is that the snack stash?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're welcome. Anyone else want any money? Hey, Isaac, do you want to go for a drive, son? Isaac. All right. Maybe 2 more swipes with the lime spreading. And it looks like we'll have enough lime to finish this field. That's good. While that is driving, let's look at the store real quick at downloadable content, precision farming. Whew! Slurry tankers used to fertilize. This tanker needs an additional distributor. Jeez. Can the one I'm using now spread manure? I don't know the answer to that, honestly. Probably can't. Let's see, I probably don't have enough to get this all in one pass, I'm betting. Yep, let's do one more pass, so we'll just line it up. Let's see. Manure spreaders. Precision farming. Geez, that thing's 239 grand for a slurry tanker. I'll have to do more studying on that. About manure spreaders. Manure spreaders. Oh, here you go. So you do have to have a different spreader for manure. This one that I have can't spread manure, I guess. Dang. So I don't think it can. Fertilizer spreader. So this is the one I have, yep. Solid fertilizer and lime. Shoot. Would have been cool if the equipment I had already did that. So we might just be... Can my tanker move slurry that I currently own? I own the tanker, right? Yep. Where's it at? Is it in trailers? Nope. Find that. See if that one will pick up slurry or not. All right. Field is limed. Now we just have to do a first fertilizing. So I can get rid of this extra lime in my spreader. Let's unload this. Which is I for unload. Okay. A little extra lime. I think we're just going to shut everything down here for now. This will be a good place to take a stop and a break. Hopefully I'll be able to do some more farming today and keep going in season 5 here and get into season 6. Thank you all for watching and stopping by. I will see you in the next one.